Okay, so real talk, I used to spend about 70 plus hours a week grinding through client work, writing copy, making ads, building websites, chasing leads, all of the above, doing it super inefficiently because I didn't learn AI, using my hands and doing it like an idiot. But now I maybe work 30 hours a week. I've added over $10,000 a month in revenue, and I have a tool doing full-time employee work for me 24/7. And this tool is Claude Code. And before you click off of this video, because you're probably thinking this is another video talking about how AI is going to replace you, AI is going to replace this. It's not. This is about how I use it as a weapon to outperform all of my competitors, to do better business and be a better operator. I'm going to walk you through every single step, no fluff, no extra BS, to show that it's actually possible. If you run a marketing agency, you do freelance work, or you're just trying to build something, this video is going to change how you work forever and for the better. So first, what is Claude Code? You're probably wondering, I'm gonna have to go in and learn how to code? Like, no. I'm not an IT guy. I'm not some genius. That wouldn't work for me. But no, it is not anything like that. And it's not ChatGPT, because that might also be something that you are wondering. Claude Code is an AI that runs directly in your terminal on your computer or device. It can read files, write code, edit websites, build websites, make API calls, scrape data, build web pages, apps, anything like that, everything. It can do pretty much anything. I can go give it a task right now, walk away, and come back in 30 minutes and have everything done for me. It figures out the steps, tries to do it the best way possible, executes them, reports back, and gives updates on what it's actually doing, so I can sit here and read it and actually visualize what all it's building, because it's explaining it and telling me what it's doing. My agency builds websites, runs ads, marketing automation, all of the above for businesses. I went from doing everything manually to having Claude Code handle probably 80% of the work that I have to do. It saved me so much time and made me so much more money. Let's start with the biggest one, and that's going to be websites. Before Claude Code, building a client website would take a normal person a couple weeks or months, even longer maybe, depending on who it was, how deep it was, anything like that. And most people don't know how to do that. I don't know how to do that. So I would have to go pay someone to do it for me if I were still offering this back then. Now I can build a website in less than a day. I tell it to write the copy for the website, and it's actually really good, especially once you download skills to make your Claude even better at certain things like that and marketing. Claude makes the homepage, headlines, service descriptions, trust sections, CTAs, reviews, every single thing that would be on a website. And I can charge clients from $500 to 10 grand for each of these websites. That only takes me an hour or so out of my day. Sometimes more, of course. It could be 3 to 4 hours, but not near as much. And if you think about it, that's over $1,000 an hour from sitting in my desk. Okay, now let's talk about ad creatives and that side of things, because this is where Claude Code makes me look like a absolute genius and artistic motherfucker to clients. I run Meta and Google ads for businesses. The biggest bottleneck that I used to have would be creative testing and figuring out what's going to work, what's not going to work, because you need a ton of variations, different headlines, different hooks, different descriptions, different angles, everything like that. Writing 20 ad variations by hand takes hours and honestly isn't the most efficient way, and probably is going to end up getting worse and worse and worse as you go down the list. Now I can just go and tell Claude Code, write me 15 Facebook ad variations for a, let's just say, pressure washing company targeting homeowners in Atlanta. Use these angles, before and after transformations, curb appeal, selling the house, whatever it might be, just making their CTA and their investment actually worth what they want to pay the money for. It spits out 15 fully written ads in under probably 3 minutes. I picked the best one, clean them up a little bit, touch them up, make them sound a little bit more natural, make the flow a little bit better, stuff like that, and load them into the campaign. And for landing page copy, it's even better. I paste in a client's old website or just describe their business, and Claude Code writes a full landing page, headline, subheadline, social proof, everything that you might need in a landing page. And most copywriters would charge around $1,000 for this, but AI can do it instantly. I use this to produce faster results and sell more service. Both very powerful things and high leverage tickets. One thing that most people don't talk about enough is lead generation for my own agency, by the way. Finding qualified prospects used to mean hours on Google Maps, finding a lead scraper that I actually liked and brought me good leads, manually copying all of their information, putting it into a spreadsheet myself. It's a waste of time. Now it is. Claude writes me lead scrapers. I give it a target audience, so it'd be, let's say, a landscaper in Dallas with websites that look outdated, and it will write a script that pulls business data from directories, filters them out by criteria I set, like say I needed their phone number and email and their website only. I can tell it to do that. I also use Claude Code to research those prospects before I reach out. I give it a URL and say, analyze this website and tell me what the top 5 things are that are costing them leads. It reads the whole site, identifies the missing trust signals, slow load times, no CTA, no SEO optimization, etc. It gives me a full breakdown on what they are lacking in, and I use that in my cold outreach. Instead of a generic, I can build you a website, I send them specific reasons and rip their business apart, telling them exactly why their close rates are as bad as they are. And now I can tell them how drastic of a change I can give them for their close rates. And now this section is going to be the one that is going to most likely blow more people's minds because it sounds pretty insane until you actually go and do it for yourself. I build AI receptionists for businesses. Let's say a medical office or a roofing company is missing calls, missing leads, losing money every single time they don't answer the phone. I build them an AI that handles that. They pick up the phone 24/7 every single second of the day, can answer multiple phone calls, can handle objections, can funnel them into a schedule, get them a quote, etc. Do everything that you would have to pay a human to do. Claude Code helps me build the backend. We set up the system where when someone submits a form or sends a message on the website, Instagram, whatever, AI responds instantly. It qualifies the lead, answers common questions, books appointments, and captures their info and puts them into a CRM, like I was just saying. For some clients, I tie this into Twilio for an auto SMS follow-up. Someone fills out a form at 9 p.m., they get a text in 30 seconds that feels personalized and tailored to them, not just some robot automated text. Claude builds the logic, writes the API, sets the database, all of it. I used to have to hire a developer to do this, but now I just describe what I want and Claude goes and does it for me. It's like my little servant or my maid. I charge clients around $1,000 to $2,000 a month for this, so it's an investment to them. I can go build one system and sit for 3 months and I just have recurring income because it took me a couple hours out of my day on the weekend to make $2,000, and then I have $2,000 extra dollars coming in every single month. And now for content, I can be extremely fast because I use Claude Code for this and it saves me a ton of time. Probably 5 hours a week. I don't just use it to write captions, I use it for strategies. I'll tell it that I'm a marketing agency in Georgia. My audience is local business owners who are skeptical of agencies. They don't want to invest in a big agency and just get nothing out of it. I tell it to give me 20 content ideas that builds trust and position me as the expert in the market. It gives me hooks, angles, video concepts, post formats, all mapped to a specific audience psychology. Then I pick the one that feels right, record the video, and give the raw transcript back into Claude Code to turn it into a full post. It can also repurpose content. One long form video can be 10 short form scripts, 5 Instagram captions, a LinkedIn post, a whole newsletter section, all from one piece of content. You get 1 input, 10 outputs. Why would you not do that? So let's do a little recap on what Claude Code actually does for my agency. It builds websites in hours. It writes copy and landing pages. It generates prospect lists and researches leads automatically. It builds AI receptionists and automation systems that run 24/7, and it powers my content strategy so I never run out of ideas. All of that used to require multiple contractors or a massive time investment from me personally. Now it's one tool that I've gotten really good at prompting and telling it what to do. The thing that I want you to take away from this is that the skill isn't using AI. Everyone is using AI, whether it's cheating on tests in school, getting it to write your essay, whatever it might be. The skill is knowing how to direct it and how to monetize it. I've spent tons of time studying this, figuring out the most efficient way to do it, and I'm going to keep making videos on exactly how I do this to make prompts, write scripts, build websites, etc., building a better workflow. If you want to see any specific piece of this more in depth, the lead scraping, the AI receptionist, the ad copy workflow, the whatever it might be, drop it in the comments and I will go back and make a video on it as soon as I can. If you're not already subscribed, please do so. This channel is going to be more practical, no BS resource for running a modern day marketing agency. I try to be as vulnerable as possible and show my journey and my growth as an agency owner at 18 years old. I'll see you guys in the next video. I do appreciate it, and y'all have a good one. I'll see you guys in the next video.